Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Contest of Speed. We are round 9, EU3 this evening. We are live at Suzuka. We are ready to go. Spud is retired quite conveniently as we just about went on air there, which is unfortunate for the Potato Man. But alongside me, as always, after his home Grand Prix last week, he's back again this week, and we have Shane.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I'm back here again. Definitely not forced against my will. I do want to be here. Okay, so let's get this show on the road, shall we? As there's not really much happening, is there?
No, and I've just knocked my can of drink on the floor. Luckily, I hadn't opened it, but it's fizzy, so it's now it's going to go everywhere.
Yeah, I'd wait till to open that for a little bit.
I'll give it until the end of qualifying. Hopefully, that will sort itself out.
Yeah, I hope so for you.
Spud has retired in the pits. Just do a quick rundown. There is no Steve. Steve's been replaced by
rundown, I'll be back.
Creator Magician, who's made a return. Blades has made a return. What a world. He's in the Mercedes because Steve's not here. There is no championship leader this evening. No two spell either. There is no Jaren, no Tin Man. Tin Man's been replaced by Texas Tornado. That's a straight swap because Texas Tornado's from AM2. He goes into the AlphaTauri because that's what he races in AM2. So AlphaTauri still get bonus, still get their constructors points. Orlando is in the other Aston Martin because Blades isn't here, and he's also not done his attendance. So that is, yeah, it's not good. Not good.
Okay, Fragnista still doesn't have his account back.
No, Fragnista is still Escobar. There we go.
My boy.
Excuse me, I've got to do a report already. And it's for certain individuals that have not done their attendance at all, including one of our admins.
Assuming one of the admins is in the lobby, I'm assuming.
He is. Yeah, he's in the lobby. The Ferrari.
Yeah, one of them is, but I'm assuming since he's in the lobby that it's the
No. The one that's not here did his attendance, funny enough.
So my guy just joined.
My guy just joined after I threw a message in the EU3 chat saying, "Are you doing this? Yes or no?" Blades is on a lap. He's going through the S section, which is horrendous on this game because if you touch the curbs, you die. That's how it works. And you don't easy on the throttle after Dunlop curb. As we come up to Degda 1 and Degda 2. Nice fast flowing section of the track all the way up to the hairpin. Where we saw Anya Kamui Kobayashi fighting for a podium place many moons ago, and now he's too busy winning on the World Endurance Championship. Through
I'm sorry, what World Endurance Championship?
The WEC World Endurance Championship.
Yes, I know. Sebring was it this weekend or last week? I think it was
Yes,
last
I believe they won this. I believe Kamui did win this last weekend as well.
The 1,000 miles of Sebring in the World Endurance Championship was in fact last weekend, yes, and I did watch it.
We have got a Japanese driver on the grid in F1 at the moment, which is Dittle Yuki.
Yes.
And Cray Magician has put in a 31.6 as his first time. Not too shabby, Alonso. We've got 15 people who've joined us so far this evening. Welcome. Thanks for all of you joining in as per usual. Even new viewers for the first time. This is EU3. Not many laps been set, Shane, and we've got just over 8 minutes to go.
No, I think there's not many people here. I think we might just be in for a chill evening. I think we're gonna have maybe a few crashes, one or two, and then the field's gonna. As soon as the safety car is away for long enough, if there will be one, I think the field's gonna spread out a bit. We might see some battles here and there, but I don't think it's gonna be. Don't think it's gonna be a huge race today.
Free Rock has just been disqualified from the session because he was driving the wrong way, i.e., he has got stuck.
Has Orlando just lost the car?
Has lost the car indeed. That's through the S section as well.
That was in fact through the S section. Very smart boy.
Thank you. I have my moments.
Yeah, of course, we all have our moments. I wanted to say good boy, but that's sus.
Slightly patronising, yes, I know, thank you.
That's slightly sus, if you know what I'm saying.
I'm just getting up the track for Suzuka because I don't want to get the call names wrong. I feel bad if I do.
I don't know the names unless I know it. Lucky for me, I know Spa.
Well, you had your turn last week of sharing with us your expansive knowledge.
Yes, I won't go to the 24 hours of Spa this year, but I will be going next year, so anyone who's coming 2024, see you there.
See you there indeed, just trying to stumble across the seat here. Let's go on board with Red Mask, because there is a few of the chat that seem to be a contingent of the AlphaTauri driver.
Ooh, he brought his fans in, I see. He brought his fans.
Usually if people are slagging you off in the chat, you know them. So that's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, he's surprised.
Well, he's backed out of this lap because he's not using any RS. I also hate this game because if someone's on an outlap, apparently the outlap doesn't actually mean they're on an outlap. Well, the outlap goes when they hit sector 3 of said outlap. So when you scroll to them, you think, oh yeah, they're on a flying lap, but no, they're just finishing their outlap because Cody's.
That's actually stupid. Which dumbass at Cody's or EA put that in the game?
Both. BK and Deathstorm, hello. And Warren, God, the American contingent never arrived. Good to see you.
Shouldn't you guys be working at this hour?
It's about 4 or 5 o'clock at the moment, Eastern time.
Okay, I know, then it's fine, I guess. Sorry, I'm not American. I only have 3 American friends.
We've got 2 of the Americans in the race at the moment, which is Texas Tornado and Orlando. Red Mask has gone again, and he's currently going up and around the spoon curve.
Ooh.
Yeah, that looked a bit out of shape. Yeah.
Yeah, that looked a bit off.
Up to 130R, which is turn 15 on this track, before we head to the Casio Triangle. 16, 17, and then this little kink out the... Oh, he's not going to finish the lap. He's going to rush back in and then rush back out with a little over 4 minutes remaining. No one else on a lap. We'll head to your boy, Shane.
Exactly, I was already there, my guy. I was already there.
Your boy Fragnista, but at the moment it's being temporarily known as Escobar because of logistical things. I won't go much further on exposing. Don't feel that horrible. He's about to start his lap. We'll come back to Fragnista. Actually, no, we will come back to Fragnista.
Ooh,
no, we won't come back to Fragnista because he's retired. Sorry for the change of many things.
I have no clue what happened there. I'm looking for something, but I can't really find it.
Apologies everyone for the screen flicking. So we'll go back to the Cornish Mantis, who was 4 tenths up through the first sector. He's currently 1.2 seconds up through the middle sector. As he heads towards the chicane, will he drop it this time round like some people have done? No, comes across the line and does a 1:30.4. The man has hella confidence at the moment after his win last week, Sean. Got a win. Got a win.
Yeah, wait. Cornish did, right? He won last week.
Yeah, Cornish got a win last week. What a world. Let's go to someone who
What a wonderful world.
Try and scroll. Go forward with J-Ray, because we haven't seen too much of him. He's come through the S section once again. Past the Dunlop curve. He's 4 tenths up on his current time as he heads under the bridge towards the hairpin. Breaking down to second or third gear, chooses third to try and get better rotation and traction. On the run down to spoon curve. It's this part of the spoon curve where it's quite tricky. Don't touch the inside, run as far as you can. And then it's all about carrying as much speed as possible. We'll see how many miles per hour the McLaren driver gets up to. It's 191 at the moment. For the heavy braking zone of 16 and 17. We're going to try and pin the throttle to the line. DRS, target as close as we can, and does a 1:30.4. 7 thousandths quicker than the Mantis. We will move on to Amy. Hasn't improved too much. And spins. Sygate's not improved much, and he's also spun. J-Ray has spun. Texas Tornado. Orlando's retired from the session. It's in the pit lane. What a strange qualifying so far. Texas Tornado is 7 tenths up, so he's going to put himself close to this 1:30.4 mark as well.
Probably, I would suppose so. I'm back for real now.
That's right, from 30 points.
Timing is impeccable as qualifying is just over. Which means you will have my undivided attention for the race, but for now we'll probably have to wait till the end of the formation lap.
T-Bow's not...
No, T-Bow hasn't said a lap.
So it's time, which is...
I don't think he's left the pits.
The Magician is matching his time at the moment, so he needs a good last...
J-Ray out of the way there for the Mercedes driver.
He's going to come across the line and has done a 1:31.7, not improved, but...
Red Mask
good.
has invalidated his lap. And that wraps up qualifying.
I'm going to open this can and see if it's going to spill open. It hasn't done, so we're good. That concludes qualifying. Amy on pole quite comfortably in the end by half a second. Texas Tornado does a 1:30.1, then followed up by J-Ray, Cornish Mantis and Cygate separated by less than a tenth those three, and then a tenth back is X427. Great Magician on his first qualifying back to league racing is the second off pole, 2 seconds off pole. And then Red Mask and Orlando didn't really set competitive lap times, but neither did Spud, Escobar, Tebow, or, well, Three Rock, who got disqualified.
Our two Alfa Romeos at the back. Yeah. Honestly, I'm just curious to see from anyone what they can produce tonight, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
We will have to wait and see.
In the meantime, I did race AM3 last week, Spa, of course.
Oh yeah, I forgot. How did you get on?
It was fun, enjoyable. I definitely know what I miss, what I miss now with not racing, with not league racing. But it's kind of just like, you know, as much as I would love to, because I really do miss it, it's just the game. Like, I can't. Even on full traction, I cannot keep the car out of the walls, I swear. So, yeah, that's my excuse.
Well, get the excuses in early.
Yeah, well. There's no fun in league racing if you never finish a race in a whole season. So.
Okay. Well, I tried to race around here on Sunday, and that didn't particularly go very well.
A couple of drives on the softs, mediums, and hards. We're getting a little bit of everything.
Yeah, split strategy. As you see at the bottom, hards, mediums, and the soft. The softs does surprise me a little bit.
We've got the softs more near the back, except for Dan. I guess they just want to make up as many positions at the start of the race. Maybe they hope for an early safety car. I'm not too sure what their plan is. Dan on the softs, I have no clue what his plan is, but we'll have to wait and see for that. And as opposed to the other drivers, they're just doing the strategy and the reverse strategy, I guess, with the medium and hards.
It should be interesting how it pans out. I reckon I'm going to put it out there. There will be a safety car. That's just a given.
Most likely.
Although it's seen that some of the safety cars that come out around this track do just come out for weird things, even though no one's retired.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting. I think we're gonna see a lot of incidents through the S curves when people are on cold tyres or
qualifying
or getting on the curb. Everywhere else though shouldn't be too bad. Possibly the second part of Spoon.
Yeah, I can see that.
But other than that, everything should be relatively straightforward, hopefully. But it's never the case when we watch Contest of Speed League Racing. It's never straightforward, even when it should be. So Ami will lead the way, and we're expecting Texas Tornado probably then to get the run on him down into turn 1. But we shall find out in just a few seconds' time. A lot of opportunity for drivers this evening, Shane. No championship leader, so plenty of points up for grabs.
Yes, anyone who scores points now who is near the top of the table is a big winner tonight.
And no Tichy even. So first and second in the championship not here.
That is very interesting to know, actually.
Lights out, and away we go for Suzuka. Round 9, and it is a decent start from... Oh no, they're 3 wide. Oh, they're 3 wide! No, it's never going to work! J-Ray gets ahead.
I did see my boy get a drive-through
Through penalty, yeah.
Oh.
Fragnice has jumped the start. Texas Tornado on the front row, all the way back, down towards the back now. But he'll have some clean air to work his way through as the carnage continues.
On his return to league racing, not too shabby. 7th position it is, and he's well, the gap is starting to form as the rock there behind him is very far off the track, but he's holding on to Spud, and now he has to give up the position.
Yeah, it'd be interesting how they go into turn 1. Tebow's past Red Mask, who's on the hard tyre.
Red Mask is missing a right end plate, so that might explain it.
I kind of saw shades of Prost versus Senna there, in terms of no one was going to give it up, and all three of them didn't give it up, and therefore a crash. Speaking of crashes, Fragnice's evening is not. I've moved on.
Hasn't gotten off to a great start, but of course safety cars VSCs can always bring you back. That's why I say never retire, but sometimes I do retire when I'm sick.
Spud is off.
Yes, very oddly where he has managed to get off. But
J-Ray's
without a front wings.
Sorry, J-Ray under pressure from Ami. Ami's got it straight back through, so the pole position man has reclaimed his place back. But these guys are going to be under pressure from Cygate and X427 on the soft tyres. Escobar has also then just sped into the pit lane. Spud has retired.
Yeah, I think we're going to see 2 retirements here. Maybe not. Why else would you split in the pit lane? That's not the smartest choice. You're already going to be far behind, so might as well just take it easy entering the pits.
Texas Tornado is up and running past Tebow. Yep, I had a feeling, Spud, that was the case. Otherwise, you usually would have carried on, wouldn't you, really? Rear wing damage for the Alpine. Not a good evening, considering one of them was supposed to be racing and not in.
I mean, he's not the only one who has a bad evening. We've had Red Mask who has bid up for his front wing change. We've had we have Fragnice with a drive-through penalty, and now he picked up a 5-second penalty going into the pits. And the Rock has just spun coming out on the exit of the hairpin as Dan made his way past Cygate.
He did make his way past Cygate. Ferrari on the move. From what I've seen, Shane, so far, by just looking at ERS usage and straight line speed, there's some guys running some hefty OX as the Ferrari runs wide through turn 1. Oh, the Mantis has dropped him! Oh, he's kept out of the wall. Good man. Carry on. Clean. You're on the hard tyre. Carry on, sir.
Go on.
Just be careful. They're going to be a bit hot, maybe. Easy does it. Steady. Some guys running different kinds of setups, some low downforce setups, in terms of trying to maximise the straight line speed through sector 3 and 2.
No, he has used a lot of his gears, so he's on 50%.
Hard to tell at the moment. Also hard to tell considering the
J-Ray is on 90%, I'm on 70%, Cygate on 70%, and Dan is on 50%.
Fragnice still has spun at I'm not going to mention it anymore. I thought so.
Let's just let him drive his own race. As we keep an eye here on the front 4, as An's actually kind of running away with it.
He is. That doesn't surprise me.
But Dan will have the DRS now on J-Ray. He's on the softs, J-Ray on the hard, so he's definitely gonna run in here, like close the gap. But I think he's too far behind to make an overtake. But if he can keep the gap close till the end of the lap, he might be able to get him on that straight line speed. Look, he's like right behind him now, but Dan takes a little bit of a wider line as I got there from the camera angle there.
Yeah.
That's J-Ray.
gets a bit out of shape through. The problem is, I've just seen it by the lap time. He's on a compound tyre that's 2 softer than the leader, and he did a lap time that was 7/10 slower than what he did. You do the maths.
But Ami has been using about 20% over the last lap.
He has, but Dan's also down to 48%.
Yeah, true, but Dan was kind of at 50% anyway, so Ami has used more ERS as opposed to Dan. But as we see Dan here, he's losing out to J-Radio. He's almost outside the ERS range, so he... Oh,
3 rocks
someone's round. That's a Haas.
Yeah, and 3 rock was also around as well. This time is slightly behind the Mantis.
I got scared for a second. I thought it was Ami round. Yeah, look at Dan. He's catching up. I think Dan is running some straight line speed here, low downforce, because he's catching up on the main straight and in the third sector. But if we look at the first and second sector, he's losing out a lot, and he almost has no ERS left.
Oh no, the Mantis has left the session. No!
That is very annoying, to say the least.
Hopefully he can join back. Now, it'll be interesting to see what he has done. If I was in that situation, I would carry on, because I know what's going to happen. I don't think 12 people are going to finish, let's put it that way. Another yellow flag, 3 rock. Could you possibly invite Cornish Mantis back, if possible?
I could. The question is, do I want to?
Yes. We would like to see him try and go back to back.
I have crossplay on because I did AM3 last night. I can't fucking invite anyone.
Okay, don't worry. I will do it in a second. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I will briefly, but very quickly, invite the Mantis. So on your screens, it's going to go a bit booky, but it's fine.
Can I turn crossplay off when I'm in a lobby?
If you're feeling dangerous, yes. I want to watch the whole thing explode in front of you, then go for it. Done it. I've just done it. Done it. Should be right.
Yes. Perfect.
I've lost a bit of sound. That was weird. So Dan's coming in and put on the medium tyre. So he will be...
Cornish Mantis has joined back.
He'll be 2-stopping?
Change crossplay. Who's 2-stopping? Dan?
Well, he's gone to the mediums. Now, I'm no genius.
Lap 6, so maybe he's soft, medium, soft?
Soft, medium, but...
Oh yeah, that works.
I
mean, he's in 9th place now, and he's on the mediums, and the other guys still have to stop. He has to stop, so maybe he's good for points.
Maybe retired in the.
He's still in the points at the moment.
Thurrock has retired in the pit, so Fregnista only 1 position away from scoring a point.
Yeah, if we have another retirement.
Oh, there's one.
He's a lap down.
As long as the retirement happens before lap 26, he'll be right.
Red Mask is about to lap my guy. So back to the front / midfields.
Ami's pumped in a 33.7.
Okay.
So my question
I am seeing yellow flags.
It is because 3 Rock's car was on the track.
Perfect.
You're seeing yellow flags. You're also seeing...
The yellow flag should go away right now, yes. The yellow flag has... Sector 3, that is Red Mask.
It is red...
Safety car? No, VSC? VSC.
Nista has got no front wing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then why didn't the yellow flag show for him?
I have no idea. Before I said it, Ami's leading this race. The only thing I've got to say about this.
Yeah.
The only thing I've got to say about this, Shane, is where has this been all season?
Yeah, exactly. Where's this coming from? Why haven't we seen this in the previous races?
The reason why we say it is that he's made 6 race starts this season and he's only scored 25 points. And 15 of those came in one race. He scored 1 podium. That was in round 2.
Maybe Japan is just a track that fits him well, I guess. Because I mean, last week at Spa, he had a little bit of a rough time. So I don't know.
Levro 15, thank you for the follow. Hope you are enjoying the on-track action. We've got 11 guys left. DRS is now enabled. And people are coming in for their stops. Texas Tornado and Cygate have come in.
Yes, both are on a fresh set of hearts.
They will go to the end of the race. Cornish Mantis has got ahead of both.
So he hasn't lost out too much, has he?
No, he's lost out a bit though, and he's had that spin at that half spin at the start, didn't he?
Oh yeah, true. He kept it out of the barrier though. But I mean, he's back in P6 and 4 seconds behind the guy ahead on the soft, so Thibaut is close to pitting as well. So he's definitely gonna move to P5, but then the gap is about 14, 15 seconds, so it's not gonna be easy.
Blades is going well. Only 3 seconds behind Orlando, who's a regular, not just in this tier, but also races multiple times in this league a week. Only 3 seconds behind him, and maintain the gap to Thibaut. So good opening stint from the Magician.
I just felt like I relapsed onto one of my addictions.
And?
Because I just yawned. I had to yawn, and after yawning, I just felt like I was on the cruise. I just had that same feeling as then, and I smelled the same smell as on the cruise. I was like, what is happening?
The Wizard has popped his head into the chat. Good evening, Wizard. It's going marvellously well for yourself this evening. Cygate is currently down in second, and your brother
looking to line up an overtake on Cygate, but he is way too far back.
Cygate is currently now in 6th position. Your brother, who was supposed to be here, isn't here. He's not turned up. So people not really cutting into your championship lead, sir, at the moment. Loving life.
How big is the lead actually?
The lead
we haven't pulled the points up yet, so let's do that.
The lead is 37 points.
Yes.
Which after 8 races isn't horrendous. I've seen bigger leads at this point. Yeah, 37 points.
Jerry's round at the spoon curve. Oh, there goes his second place.
Through.
Orlando and Creative Magician have gone through.
Yeah, Carry on.
This is great for Magician. Actually, he's just returned to league racing on his first race back, and he's up into the podium positions. He definitely hasn't lost whatever experience it was that he had.
No. Yeah, the Wizard currently leads 123 points to Cygate, who's on 86, and then Tichy's on 79. Big jump down to 4th place where we see J-Ray. But then we got a nice little midfield battle here. There is the midfield is separated by let me work this out, by 17 points, and there is 9 drivers involved in it. So P5 for the championship. Exhilarating.
Cool. But I mean, in my opinion, it's a little bit too early to say that the Wizard has this championship locked down.
A long way to go.
There's still a lot of races left.
He may not have the outright pace. Unfortunately, a couple of drivers that did have outright pace have left the league since then. But he's got what we describe as the consistency.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, consistency.
He's gone first, 6th, 5th, 4th, then 2 wins, and then a 2nd. Even when he's had a bit of a stinker, he's still finished in amongst the points. He has done Red Mask brought out a local yellow flag there. Oh God, I've just used the word local. I sound American. Watching IndyCar. Fragnis has then also just done that in sympathy. The problem is these two will be keeping an eye on each other just for the last point. I know Fragnis is a lap down, but it only takes one mistake.
Well, I mean, he's not a lap down to Red Mask, he's a lap down to the rest of the field.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's a lap down compared to Thibaut.
He is a lap.
He's not a lap down as opposed to Red Mask, but Thibaut, I don't know, I can't see. He's definitely a lap down on Thibaut, maybe even 2.
Oh, and he's spun. I've just seen him. He is a lap down on the leaders now. I believe.
Definitely. And if he wasn't a lap down on the leaders, he's going to be 2 laps down on the leaders in a very short time.
Ami is. I'm not gonna lie, Shane. It's impressive. Pumping in lap times into the mid to high 133s consistently on this opening stint.
If he doesn't make any mistakes, he should have this race in the bag. As Dan is looking pretty close to Cygate, maybe we can see something happen here on the main straight with the DRS, but Dan hasn't had the best of exits coming out of this chicane here, but look at this, now he has, and he's right on the back of Cygate. Can he touches the grass a little bit, but look at that, the DRS and the straight line speed of this Ferrari, he's gonna make that pass with ease, and there we go, he takes it, and nice and easy. 1 and 2, and 6th place it is for my man.
6th place for the man indeed. Now, he's really going to have to put a shift on. Was that... Oh, the Mantis!
Mantis has spun.
Mantis is off.
Fraglisa has spun as well. No, the Mantis isn't off, he's still driving.
No, he's dropped... He's definitely spun because he's dropped below X427 and Cygate. He was ahead of them.
Oh, he was. Oh, yeah, true. He was in P5. Yeah, Dan is P5 now, but he is 15 seconds off J-Ray.
This is the thing. He's got a lot of work to do to make this strategy work. I can't see it working at the moment.
And he's not the fastest car out there. The time it took him to get past Cygate was very exhausting.
It's like Ami heard me because I said he was doing mid to high 133s. Consistently, and he's gone, nope, I can do 32s instead, don't worry about that. He's done a 32.8.
Yeah, but the question is, how much ERS have you used to make that lap? Because
20%.
but you're not gonna use 20% on every lap, okay? That's just...
no, but he's still on 70% ERS though, so it didn't really make that much difference.
I mean, he doesn't have a reason to burn ERS unless he wants to set fastest lap after fastest lap.
Orlando is in the pits. But
he can just save all of his ERS and then use it when he needs to, and then use it when he needs to.
Orlando was in the pits, but he's only just got out in front of X427, so he's on cold hard
tires. This is a nightmare for Dan. He has Cygate behind him, and the gap to the cars ahead is just increasing. as we speak, and that is the end of Fragments.
So 10 drivers left.
Everyone will have points if you finish 90% of the race.
No, so Shane, what's 90% of the race?
90%.
About 25.
I'm sorry, I can do math because I'm not a accountant, but I'm not that good at math. Okay.
Dan is under pressure from Cygate. There's a yellow. Oh, because his car's come out.
J-Ray is getting past Magician, and he has done it in the final chicane, and he's already passed, but Magician into the pits he goes, trying to undercut J-Ray.
Good stint from the Mercedes.
Yes.
Just needs to be careful of the cold tyres. I'll tell you what, though, Shane, this could be interesting. He's going to come out into this battle that is...
Yeah, just like Orlando did. I mean, he is exiting the pits. He's going to come behind them. He's going to end up behind them, yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to be out towards where...
Cornish and
Texas Tornado.
Yes.
So
now he had these guys behind, in front of him, so not really that big of a deal because he's on cold tires. He's not holding anyone up. He's going to lose a bit of time to these two cars ahead, but maybe he can pull it back.
So all of a sudden, we didn't have much action, so now we've got about 5 cars separated by just over 5 seconds. So all on various different tyres and age of tyre.
Yeah, and definitely, I mean, the gap at the front, no need to even look at that. 18 seconds, it's just insane.
Black Venom underscore TVP, thank you for the follow. Good to see new people joining, popping into the stream, whether that is for a minute or the whole race. We're glad to have you aboard. So we are waiting for the front two to come in. Annie will get ahead of J-Ray, we're expecting. It's going to be interesting to see where J-Ray falls into the gap here then with the likes of Orlando, X427, Cygate, the Mantis closing in now as well, and Texas Tornado.
Closest gap at the moment is about down to Orlando for P3 or Texas Tornado on the back of Cornish Mantis, both trying to put pressure on the car ahead, but 7 to 8 tenths. The gap is a little bit too big to say that you're putting pressure on someone.
Yeah, Mantis is closing it though. It seems to be having a lower downforce setup, I feel, because he got the gap down to about 2 seconds last time round. Be interesting.
I mean, if he can pull back to Cygate and Dan and Orlando, we're gonna have a fight on our hands. Cornish Mantis is definitely gonna bring Texas Tornado with him, as if Magician is gonna be able to follow them and also get in there. That's the question, as the mask has split itself in the first sector.
The thing I would say is the Mantis and the X427 are going to be battling each other at the end of the race because of the strategies they're on. I'm expecting the Ferrari to pit again, if I'm being honest. Because I can't see those mediums lasting to the end of the race. Not a chance. Also, keep an eye on this gap between J-Ray and Orlando, Shane. The gap's come down by 7/10 of a second.
Really?
The last couple of laps.
But, I mean, the gap is still 15 seconds. That's still
it is, but it's going to be interesting to see where J-Ray comes out in terms of this train, because if he's not careful, he could come out behind Texas Tornado, who's going to the end of the race on his set of hard tyres.
You are all stating facts, my guy.
Don't do if, buts, or maybe, Shane. I do absolutes. there's no other way of saying this, but it's
Dan is slowly losing out DRS for Orlando. I think Orlando has got his hearts into the optimal temperatures. And I think he likes where his tires are at right now, as Cygate just dropped outside the DRS. He wasn't there a second ago. I thought Cygate would have more pace than Dan, judging by how long it took Dan to overtake Cygate, but as a matter of fact, that is not the case.
J-Ray is in the pit, Shane, so here we go. This is where we're going to see some action.
And this is where Orlando's undercut is coming into play. So
although someone's dropped it, the Mantis has dropped out the last corner.
So there goes Dan and Cygate, and J-Ray is out. Texas Tornado coming up.
Importantly ahead of Texas Tornado, yeah.
Definitely, I mean, also he's gonna, unfortunate for Texas Tornado, because he's gonna be held up by these cold hards, cold mediums that J-Ray's on right now. Cornish Mantis in the pits. Together with, I thought it was Tebow.
No, Dan's just exited the pits. He's gone onto another set of mediums, so he's done the soft medium. He's got a lot of work to do the last 11 laps to try and get a decent result, considering where he probably...
I mean, he's still in P8, he's still in the points. As a matter of fact, anyone is in the points.
Oh no,
Magician has fun.
Oh, he's not got any front wing either. No, he was doing so well.
That's, you don't like to hear it, but unfortunately enough it is the case, and this is going to allow Tebow and Dan to get a free position. Dan on the fresh mediums, maybe he can get past Tebow, that would put him in P6. And then Texas Tornado, 14 seconds up the road. Dan is never going to close that gap, as we've seen before. So I think P6 is all he's going to get with his two-stop strategy, which isn't too bad. I think that's 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 points.
Well, it'll be more than that. It's going to be, it's probably going to be 8, maybe 10 points, possibly.
Yeah.
Because he's going to get, we're presuming he's going to get 7th from Tebow. He's definitely going to be in 7th, because Magician's going to come in and completely get the thing stopped. He has.
Yeah, 6th place is 8 points, right? 5th place is 10, 4th is 12, and then 3rd is 15.
My maths. Cool, it was good.
No, so if he gets...
sorry, Cygate has spun. That's more important news. That is from the podium positions, so...
And maybe this is another opportunity for Dan and Tebow to get another position.
I can hear the cheers from Maranello from now, especially on the two-spell camp.
We definitely can, yes. The Wizard is definitely cheering on his admin teammate. His colleague, shall we say.
He's also watching some of the guys that could be taking points away from him struggle this evening.
Wanted to go down the inside there, but he runs so wide. Wanted to go down the inside there on the exit, but I think that compromises his exit, so maybe he should have just taken it the normal way and he would have been closer to the back, but here we go. He's on 60% ERS, Tebow is on 20% ERS, so Dan is going to do it into 130R. Well, probably before that, but...
Yeah, gets it done early. It will mean that if he doesn't get
nicely done.
A decent exit out of the chicane, he's going to then have to defend going into turn 1. It's not great. Tebow over the back.
No, definitely. Dan,
all over the back of him.
Yeah, with the DRS, this is not looking good for Dan.
Tebow goes to the inside.
He pushed Dan out of the way, but no, he's not sending it.
There wasn't quite enough. I thought he was going to send that back through there. So
and
Dan's
now, as we see, the gap isn't 14 seconds anymore. It's about 5 seconds to Cygate now because of Cygate's spin. So this might help Dan as well, as he's on like 2 on very fresh mediums, as opposed to 11 lap on hards. 11 laps is not too bad, but it's already outside DRS of Tebow, though. so he's not going to be under pressure. He can just drive his own race.
So we're going to be watching very similar battles here in terms of time. We're going to be watching Dan chase down Saigo. We're going to be watching J-Ray chase down Orlando.
Texas Tornado picks up a time penalty.
For exceeding track limits, that's impressive around this track.
I think he picked it up on the exit of the screen curve. On the exit of the screen. If you run a little bit too much curve there.
Well, all I'm going to say is take the penalty away from him, because doing that is a bit, that's on the crazy side of things, considering the traction model.
I mean, this
game
is really strict to crossing the white line. You get a warning/penalty. But if we see the real-life drivers cross the line, they actually are allowed to use a little bit of curb, and so it's pretty unfair to us. But it is what it is.
Is what it is. Both the guys that are chasing people down have taken about half a second out of the gaps between them. Tebow's kind of staying with him just for a little bit. He's hovering around a second. It's going to be interesting to see who finishes the race, really. We've got 10 drivers left in the race. Ami is in some kind of other postcode.
Yeah, he's in a league of its own at the moment. I mean, in endurance racing, the fun part is we have the white lines at the side of the track, but no one cares about them. We can run the curb as much as we want, as long as we don't go over the curb. Because in endurance racing, the curb lines the track limits and not the white line.
You can see the rear-facing headshot of the driver's helmet.
Dan is actually he's closing in. He's got the gap down from 5 seconds to 3.7, but he's on 30% ERS, and Sygate is on 60. And Sygate is very far off Texas Tornado, so he doesn't really have a lot of use to his ERS. So he's better off saving it up to defend from Dan. Is my opinion.
Cornish Mantis has also got that gap down just below 10 seconds.
But 9-10 seconds still a lot. Still a big gap.
It is, but the hards towards the end of the race are going to be, as I like to say, suboptimal.
Yeah. So you think Mantis and Dan will be in a better position in a few laps' time?
Possibly. Depends how hard they've pushed the tyres.
Yeah, of course.
During this stint.
Also depending on how much the hard runners have nursed their tyres, because they could still have good performance in a bit. But as I'm looking at Dan, I think Sygate has not been nursing his tyres. The gap is now 3 seconds.
It's whether or not these
just
tyres...
going through the spoon, Dan has just cut 3/10 out of that lead.
So we've got some interesting gaps happening. Madness has got the gap down to 9 seconds to Tebow. Oh, J-Ray spun it! J-Ray, no! We were on board with we were on board with him. Sygate's gone as well. Sygate's off.
Sygate's off? Oh no! Dan up into P5, 10 points for the man in the Ferrari. Two-spelled wizard.
J-Ray's got a gun.
Texas Tornado is now up into third. And look who's coming up. Dan's coming up to take 12 points for his Ferrari team. And you know who's gonna love that? It is Two-spelled wizard who's watching along.
We spoke
cheering on his teammate.
We spoke about consistency and not making mistakes, and this just proves some of the things that can happen.
Exactly, and this is it now. So the gap is 3 seconds now between Dan and J-Ray, but the thing is they're both on 5 Lapo mediums, but J-Ray has to be a little bit take it a little bit easy on his tires because he's just spun, so they might be overheated, as Dan is just pushing and trying to eat as much out of that gap as he can before J-Ray gets back up in place.
Tuspel is throwing a party in the
garage, yeah.
in the Twitch chat as well at the moment. Cornish Mantis also. Crow Magician's retired.
Safety car?
Yes!
Safety car! Yes!
Sue! Oh, Ami's gonna be livid.
Ami is gonna hate this because he has gone past. He has gone past the pits, but so is Orlando.
He's gone past the safety car though, so they'll be under Delta, so he should still be able to make a pit stop and go onto the softs.
You are very correct, and Jerry, everyone is in for this one. We're gonna have about a 2-3 lap dash to the end.
Do you know what the sad thing is?
Tell me.
Blades needed one more lap and he would have got a point.
Yeah, he would have, yeah. The Mercedes.
Oh no! Let me see.
The Mantos has actually opted to stay out, and look, he's up into 4th now. He's only on a 6-lap-old medium, so it's not going to be too bad.
No, as long as he's not had a spin on them.
Yeah, the fact that we don't have TAS makes it hard for us to see what tire life they're on.
Yeah, Ami has come in and has pitted, and we'll go on to the, well, we presume the soft tyre, because why not? Orlando were expecting to do the same.
Has Thibaut actually tried to find a solution for the crossbar problem on TAS, or
no idea.
Oh, okay, no. I mean, if he has and it didn't work out, then it sucks. It is what it is. If he hasn't, I suppose he didn't really have much time. So
Shane, why is he not?
Tell me about it.
Why is he doing? Why?
Wait, Ami pitted.
Yeah, we've gone on to mediums.
Oh, so is Orlando. Maybe they think the mediums would be better, I guess.
Well, let's put it this way. So, Dan did how many laps on the softs as the opening stint? 5.
He did about 6
As
BK's lap 6.
As BK's also just alluded to, if they've used a set in qualifying, they're going to be horrendous to properly use. But the problem is for me, safety car's only just picked up the guys here.
Yeah, so it's only going to be a 2-lap dash, most likely.
Most likely to be a 2-lap dash. The Mantis has come in and won't lose many positions. He's going to lose 1 position.
Oh, the Mantis? Why didn't he pit last lap then?
I have no idea. Because they were still under Delta, so it didn't matter. Now the leaders actually caught the back of the safety car, it now matters.
Yeah, so aren't you better off pitting when you're on the Delta?
I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused by what's going on. It's people on mediums when it's softs. They've got people pitting 1 lap after the safety cars come out.
No, like, just honestly, in my opinion, if you pit under Delta, where everyone's going slow, you lose less time than right now, when everyone can drive at the speed they want to catch up to the safety cars.
Yes. That's what confused me.
But I mean, Cornish Mantis was in
the
fourth on mediums. Maybe that's also something Ami and Orlando took into consideration. They have to get past the medium runner first.
The funny thing is, these guys could probably pit and still only lose 1 position.
No, they'd lose out to J-Ray for sure. J-Ray's coming up pretty quickly. No, they'd lose out to Texas Tornado and J-Ray both, but they definitely still get ahead of that. That's for sure.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement, BK. B reckons Ami has enough pace to stay in front on the mediums. I think he will do well.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna doubt that, but then it's up to Orlando to keep his 2nd place. So why did Orlando not go into the softs? Do you really only have 1 set of softs that you use in qualifying? You don't have a fresh set left. That surprises me.
It doesn't at the same time. Well, it looked like it was going to be a very slightly sedate end to the race with possibly 1 battle, but now everybody's joined up, so it's going to be great.
We're going to have a 2-lap dash till the end. Let's go. I'm down.
It's a 2-lap shootout, and also no DRS, so track position is quite key round here because it's very difficult to overtake.
Yep.
Although both the guys out front were comfortable anyway, so who knows? Red Mask has come in and put on the soft tyre. He's also scored a point. We'll score his points now. Everyone scores their points. Congratulations, people.
Red Mask has scored 2 points.
He has scored. He's scored points with an S.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Oh, I didn't hear the S, I guess.
Sorry, Hover. It was probably me talking.
Oh, probably my bad. Years to be.
So he can, well, could possibly gain more than 2 points, as he's now close enough to everyone else. Texas Tornado has got that time penalty, which is now a bit of a nuisance, really. He's got to put away 3 seconds, so if he wants to get some decent points from this race, he's going to have to drive like an absolute maniac in terms of pace rather than racecraft, hopefully. It should be a crazy restart according to BK, and hopefully it is a crazy restart. Ami's backing them up through.
Backing them up.
Because the safety car gets pulled in quite late here.
And Red Mask is coming up to the back of the field right now. He has just done exactly that. Ami is in the chicane. Is he going to send it right away? Yes, he does.
Ami has.
Hope
they've got to make sure they don't drop it out of the last corner. And we are all through. Right, 2 laps to go then. Ami leads the way to Orlando. No one's made any moves just as yet, but we're going to wait. Oh, he's run deep. No, Ami's run deep off the track.
No. Is this going to be a battle through Ami and Orlando?
Pressure.
Between Ami and Orlando. Both medium drivers. And if they can, keep the soft drives behind, I think it's not going to be that hard. It's only 2 laps. There's no DRS, so it has to be done on raw pace. Can Texas Tornado do that? No, he's already losing out. He's almost outside of DRS. J-Ray maybe would have had a chance if he wasn't stuck behind Texas Tornado. Dan, from what I've seen this race, I'm judging he doesn't have the pace. So I think not going to see much happen here unless it's more near the back. Sayed's 2/10 on the Mantis.
Well, at the moment, as they go through Spoon, they're all currently in the race still. And they're all less than a second from each other.
That is true, but I mean, if they don't make an overtake, not much is going to happen, and this is going to be a finish. Other than Texas Tornado's penalty.
And he's just pumped in a purple middle sector. He's now broken the second, which doesn't matter because there is no DRS, so Orlando will possibly just not get the effective slipstream from the Williams driver, who is beasting the scene because he doesn't want to get slipstreamed through 130R on the final lap. Texas Tornado on the back of Orlando. J-Ray seems to have a poor final sector as X427
J-Ray went wide there and down right on the back of him.
Sygate and Cornish Mantis. The Mantis hold.
Sygate still in front. Yeah, they have Red Mask putting pressure as well at the back.
That got very touchy, feedy. So far, no other battles as such. No one quite close enough to make a move. Oh, Red Mask has hit the wall quite hard on the exit, and that's going to probably cost him any chance of progressing higher up the field. Everybody burning up DRS as we go down to Spoon for the final time, lap 27 of 27. Still no one quite close enough. Possibly the Mantis to get back at Sygate. Everybody's got hardly any ERS left as Ami heads into the Casio Triangle for the final time. He led the majority of this race. The safety car restart made it a little bit more dramatic, but comfortably in the end wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Orlando is second. J-Ray gets the podium in P3. X4274 TiVo fifth. Sygate's Texas Tornado, Shane, went down to 7th.
7th, I know, I just saw. That's actually... Holy...
Went down to 7th place.
You just have one penalty and you drop from a podium to almost last of the remaining drivers. That's what you get when everyone is so close together, which is actually pretty funny.
Yeah, track limit penalties have been things that have been getting better and better in EU3. Actually, wasn't many last week.
Nope.
Only one this week.
Only one.
There it is.
Air guitar.
So Amit picks up the win. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Pole,
I did notice.
Pole position, fastest lap. Didn't quite lead every lap though. Dr. Drizzle 75 has followed as well. Thank you very much, sir. Orlando second, up from 9th position, so that was a good recovery from him. J Ray finishing third, rounds up the podium. X4274 4th, Timo 5th from 12th position. Cygate 6th, Texas Tornado down to 7th from his penalty in the end. Be interested to see what the first corner incident gets up to between those three, Jerry, Amy and Texas Tornado. Cornish Mantis held in there and finished in 8th. Red Boston, difficult race but scored some points, so he'll be happy. And then Creative Magician, Escobar, 3 Rock and Spard. Well, Shane, it could have been slightly a boring race, but actually it turned out to be...
it could have been, but at least we got a little bit of something.
Yeah, a little bit of something from the smaller grid.
Let me invite some people, shall I?
You do that. I'm going to put up the Williams for a change. We're going to go and find it. Virtual showroom. AM3 is on this evening. That is your next on-track action. Crossplay 2 tomorrow, and then as well as AM2, EU2 on Wednesday, followed up by AM1 and EU1 on Thursday. All the European tiers are at 9 PM UK time. That's 10 PM Central America.
Apparently, I can't invite those other two because they're stupid settings. I hate the PlayStation sometimes.
Okie dokie. I will throw. Who's it? Amy and who can you invite?
Yeah, Amy and Orlando.
Okay. I will.
I invited J-Ray. I don't know if he's coming.
AM2. Hopefully the guys can come in and join us. That would be fantastic.
If they want to, though.
If they want to, or if they're all scared and nervous. These guys, well, whilst both of them, these guys will be at next week. Where will they be? What will they be doing? Well, you've had your home race.
Yes.
I've got my home race next week.
Oh, don't tell me we're going to Silverstone.
We are going to go to Silverstone next. What's the matter with Silverstone?
It's I don't know. It's a boring track. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed.
No, it's boring in real life F1. Here it's like league racing, anything can happen. Okay, so it's definitely gonna be exciting. But real life Silverstone's boring as you know what. Mainly because like Hamilton used to win every year. Like, not much to see there.
I'm gonna give these guys.
And if I've made a lot of British people mad, I couldn't care less. Thank you.
No worries. Orlando and Amy aren't joining us, so we're just gonna see if J Ray is gonna join us. We'll give J Ray a minute. If not, Shane, we'll have an early exit, which would be fantastic.
Yes, and we all know what I'm gonna do. Oh, we have one of them.
We have. He'll be the only one, so we might as well speak to him whilst he's here.
No fair.
You are the only one that's going to be here, I'm afraid. J Ray, congratulations. You have a podium via the penalty route, but that does make it the third one of the year or of the season.
Yeah, it is. I think I've had one win and another maybe third place, but I still managed to get a third with 3 spins, which is interesting.
Impressive.
I was tracking down, I think at the end Texas maybe on the mediums, and he was on the hards, I was on the mediums, and I lost it, and the safety car saved me. So yeah, don't mind seeing that. But it's chaos. See why people don't really want to turn up and do Japan. It's not easy. But it was, Ami at the front. I'm surprised he's not in here being able to boast off how quick he was, because Jesus Christ, he was rapid and he kept his pace from qualifying the whole way through the race. He just went ahead. So if he lost it at the end, that would have been a bit unfortunate. But no, he managed to keep it on track otherwise.
Yeah, I think the only thing that separated probably himself to everyone else really was the fact that I don't think he really put a foot wrong.
Yeah.
Other than losing pole position on the opening lap, but then reclaim that quite quickly. But I mean, it's very difficult to spin and then try and come back from it. But you kept yourself in it. I think that was the important thing from the majority of you guys that did have a spin tonight. You kept it out of the barrier on the hole and just tried to carry on. So good persistence, I would say. Good persistence.
Japan's always there's always a safety car here in the EU4, EU3 area.
Usually,
so, keep off the penalties, keep off the barrier, and keep it safe basically. That was the plan.
The plan seemed to work out eventually. Congratulations on your P3. We head to a home race next week. Next week, we're at Silverstone next week. Yep, everybody's going to be. Oh no, not except because of the corners and everything else. It's great, but we'll leave it at that. Thank you to actually quite a few new people we've seen that dropped a follow and joined the stream, and also our American colleagues from across the pond, who we're going to go and hand over to now. Next On Track Racing will be on in a couple of hours. That'll be AM3. Thank you very much for watching, and good night.